Well, a good Tuesday to you. I hope your weekend was profitable. Sorry about the live stream situation on Sunday. We're pretty sure that the system just got overloaded in my neighborhood from people on the internet and all that sort of stuff, but we're pretty sure we have a solution figured out. And so this next Sunday, we're planning for a live stream as usual, and we're pretty sure it's going to work. But a thank you to all those who have helped and are helping and volunteering to be a part of that. So it's an important thing we're trying to keep doing, but we should have that coming up. I just wanted to start out with a little differently today before I go into a quick devotion and just kind of talk about just some practical matters. The first thing I want to talk about is if you've been laid off or your hours have been cut back, or there's some concerns you have financially in the church here, we want to hear about it. We want to hear from you. We want you to text us, FaceTime us, call us, whatever you need to do. We want to hear about it. We want to pray for you. We want to try to see if we can help connect you to somebody who may have some help for you. I know that my friend Shane has told me that Home Depot is hiring seasonal work right now. They're really busy with all of this, and so if you're needing to add a few extra hours, you're needing something, he said that would be a great opportunity. Let me or Pastor Caleb know, and we can help with that. Also, this Wednesday, I wanted to encourage you to join us for our Bible study at 7 o'clock, looking in Ecclesiastes with Pastor Caleb. This study on Wednesday night, I got a sneak peek. This study on Wednesday night is probably one of the most fitting Bible studies you will do in this pandemic. Man, I've been thinking about it all week long. It's just things that I learned and I was thinking through, and it's just a really helpful and fantastic study. So I encourage you, come on Wednesday at 7 on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/GraceUtah. That's how you get that, and tune in at 7 o'clock on Wednesday. We're going to start something different on Thursday. We're going to do a prayer meeting, a Zoom prayer meeting on Thursday at 7. Pastor Caleb mentioned that to you on Sunday. We're going to try to go ahead and do that. You can come, you can join in with the meeting. I'm going to be sending out a link to that meeting. I believe that you can either join on your tablet, your desktop, or really, I think you can join the meeting, the prayer meeting, without even having a Zoom account. I'm not sure exactly all that. I'm going to send you a link, and we're trying to make this work. This will be our trial run, but just come in and join. It'll be about a 30-minute prayer meeting, and so we're just going to share some requests. We're going to be praying, and you can join in anytime during that and pray with us. Just be looking out in your email for that link to the Zoom prayer meeting Thursday at 7. One of the hardest things about this, all that's been going on, is the waiting. We just don't know what tomorrow brings. Of course, we never knew what tomorrow was going to bring, but this waiting just kind of adds to that uncertainty. Waiting is hard. Quarantine or stay-at-home orders, whatever you want to call it, has only been a couple weeks, but it feels like a long time. And I've often thought, why is that? It's not actually been as long as it feels like. It's almost if we're told it's going to be a while, if we're told we can't do things immediately, or we start longing for that social, we start longing for that togetherness that we didn't have before, that we had before, maybe we didn't even pay attention to, but now we're longing for it. Waiting is hard. It's something the Bible addresses quite often. Practically speaking, I just want to kind of give you a little bit of what's going on in the Johnson household while we're waiting, what we're doing. We're trying to use the time effectively and wisely, which includes a lot of downtime. It includes a lot of family time. For me, it doesn't change much as far as my daily schedule. I'm working from home, but I'm actually busier with all the new tech stuff we've got to figure out and recordings and all that sort of thing. Busier than I was before, trying to maintain the same counseling and meetings and things like that, even if it's virtual. So for me, in the ministry, it hasn't changed much. It's actually become busier and a little bit more stressful. So I appreciate your prayers for that. But as a family, when we're home, one of the things I'm trying to do is I'm trying to disconnect. I don't know about you. One of the hardest things about working from home is that I'm always on. It feels like my office is right there. I need to run up and study that text a little more, or make that phone call, or write that email, and I'll be reminded that at 7 o'clock at night with the family, oh, I need to go, and I'll run up to the office to do something. And trying to not do that, trying to still develop that balance of being with the family when it's time to be with the family. We're trying to get some spring cleaning and some home projects done. Yesterday I spent part of the day trying to get my motorcycle ready for the spring. That'll be a lifeline for me to be able to just get out in the road and ride. Playing more games with the family. Ordered a couple of new games off the internet the other day. Getting in some neighborhood walks, which is really helpful. I see a lot of neighbors I had not seen in a long time because everybody's out getting walks. The kids have been doing really good. We're trying to do a little more reading. In fact, one of the books that my son got for me is this one, A Daily Dose of Dad Jokes. So I thought I'd just read for you the dad joke from the last 2 days. A dad was washing his car with his son until the son said, "Dad, can you please just use a sponge?" We'll let that one sink in. What do you call a pony with a sore throat? A little horse. So Lucas got me this book for my birthday, and it's come in handy for me to really annoy the children during this stay-at-home time. But going back to waiting, waiting on the Lord is key during this time. Isaiah said, "They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength." Now, think about that another way. Waiting on the Lord is the means God uses to renew spiritual strength. We grow spiritually stronger by waiting on the Lord. Why do you think God has us wait with uncertainty about things? Because he knows that our spiritual strength will be, our spiritual growth, our sanctification is directly related to our developing the ability to wait, to trust, to be patient and wait on Jehovah. How is that? 5 ways, very briefly. Waiting on the Lord causes us to meditate on our humanity and finitude. Waiting reminds us that we're not quite as capable as we thought. There's one thing this pandemic has taught me. It's just how small and helpless we are as humans. 2, waiting on the Lord causes us to meditate on God's divinity and infinity. Waiting not only reminds us of our smallness, but it reminds us of God's bigness. There is one who knows the end and has ordained the end even before it began. And waiting on the Lord reminds us of that. Number 3, waiting on the Lord urges us to search out the things of God, the Word of God. Waiting reminds us that there is so much we do not know and understand, but that God knows and understands, and much of it he has revealed in his book. Waiting on the Lord means reading and praying and worshiping more as a family. It even gives us the time and opportunity, hopefully. Number 4, waiting on the Lord teaches me patient endurance. A discipline of grace that we all need in all of our life is patient waiting, patiently enduring, calming down, holding back, not feeling like we have to do. We have to just respond. Waiting means we wait, we trust. We wait for God to respond rather than ourselves. Waiting on the Lord also, the 5th way I think this helps renew our strength, build our strength, helps us to learn and value what is important. Waiting reminds us that activity and business and accomplishment and success is really no mark of spiritual maturity. Waiting reminds us to reorient our priorities to God, spiritual, eternity, family, etc. I hate waiting, but I need it. My Father in heaven knows it, and so I want to thank God for this season of waiting and urge you in everything, even in waiting, to give thanks. During the season of waiting, we'll greatly grow as believers if we are waiting on the Lord. That is, we are turning to the Lord and learning of him and worshiping him and trusting him and rejoicing in him. That will renew our spiritual strength. We can be renewed in the Lord as we wait on the Lord. Until next time, God bless you.